I am proud to have you all here for our very first fashion symposium. We have an amazing day for you all. So today we held our very first fashion symposium, which was for our high school students. Today was broken down into 3 sessions or 3 workshops. One workshop was titled Design and Merchandise. The other was titled Branding and Marketing. And then the third session was titled Hair, Makeup, and Model Behavior.
Like, I am always inspired. When I start a collection, before I touch any fabric, before I touch any pictures, I am immediately in an inspiration moment.
Today, I talked to the kids about designing and merchandising, and I mean, I was just so surprised by how many kids have so many creative personalities, and they're just so open.
So guys, I want everybody to cut out 5 pictures that speak to them.
I started with explaining who I was. We had another designer in there. Her name's Amanda Campbell. She explained the more technical side of fashion. I explained the more purposeful side of fashion and what it looks like to be a designer. Then we went into the details of like, okay, so now that you know what it looks like to be a designer, how do you start this process? So we took the kids through the process of starting mood boards. So they had a white piece of construction paper. We gave them stacks of magazines, scissors, and glues, and we cut they cut out 5 pictures that spoke to them. They cut out 5 pictures that spoke to them that if they were creating a collection, what would it look like for them? Like, what would their collection look like? What would the people look like? What colors would speak to them? After they selected those 5 pictures, we got them to come up to the front and they had the option to shop fabric. So they came up, they shopped their fabric, they figured out what they wanted, and then they started gluing and they started their process and they finalized what it looked like to be a fashion designer.
Really work on your skincare regimen. Find out what works for you. Everybody's not going to use the same skincare because everybody's skin is different.
I was with Bijan Beauty and we talked about hair, makeup, and model behavior. A lot of the times when you're working backstage, you don't have a lot of time, so everything has to be simplistic. So just going through different basic makeup styles that's going to, send wow factors, and also with hair tips that's going to be easy, but also make statements. During the model behavior, the models got up and talked about what is expected from them backstage and how they always have to be on and ready. Sometimes they're not able to get to their makeup, so they have to bring their own makeup. They have to make sure that they are really connected with the designer to know what the designer wants from them. So I think it was really fun for them to know not everyone wants to be a makeup artist or a cosmetologist, but it was good for the designers to know this information because they need to know what to expect from their models and makeup artists and hairdressers and things of that nature.
You are your own brand. So that comes from how you look, that comes from how you present yourself in the game of sports, on and off the field.
When I spoke to the kids today, I wanted to go over specifically the marketing and branding side of the fashion challenge and how they can be as individuals with building their own personal brands and how they should market themselves and how they should conduct as an individual.
If you have great relationships with your audience and your consumer base, you will grow. Best example is 707, where I work for. They've been around for 42 years. It's a family-run business.
I got a little more personal with them, just showing them that if you can really stay disciplined and build a routine around your passion, you can really create anything you want.
You need to develop teams. The teams will consist of 3 to 5 people. No more than 5, but you should at least have 3. If I were you, I would have 5 people in my group because within your group there are various jobs. So we presented students during lunch with a fashion challenge, and the fashion challenge consisted of 2 opportunities to present their best work. One challenge was titled Trash Bag Challenge, so the kids get to break down trash bags and design them as an outfit. The second challenge is
a little bit more technical. It's a design and style challenge, and this is where we partnered with Goodwill, and we received several tables full of clothing that the students were able to come and select, or actually the stylist of each group was able to come and select from these donated items from Goodwill. They will take them back to their school, cut them up, manipulate, create an entirely new look, and then we will go through the scoring process, whittle those groups down to up to 10 groups that get to advance and show off their style in RVA Fashion Week fashion show on May 3rd. So today our desire was to introduce to them that world of fashion to students in a way that they may not have been able to get that in the classroom, and then allow them to create and expand those learned skills from today into their challenge and maybe life after high school.